welcome to my deep dive on track 4 of my new EP inspired by Immortals. It's called Let Go. It kind of stands out from the other tracks in a sense that it's kind of the ballad of the EP. It's a bit of a slower tempo, more of a building number. In terms of the lyrical content, it's in keeping with the theme of the rest of the EP. It's very much about stress and anxiety and worry and that kind of conversation, probably the internal dialogue that you have in your head. What is the rational voice saying to you when you're having all these kind of doubts and concerns. It's also a special track. It's my favourite track on the EP, largely because it features vocals by my wife, who's a very talented singer but doesn't sing very often, so a huge honour to have her agree to sort of feature on the EP. So yeah, let's get stuck in. I'll start playing through and I will stop and talk when I think there's a reason to do so.
Have I always been this way? Is it ever going to change?
Let's solo my wife's vocals. Just give her a moment in the spotlight, because she's a much better singer than me. It takes 4 tracks to actually get a talented vocalist on the EP. So.
No end inside. Don't close your eyes.
So yeah, just she actually came in and basically nailed everything in a first take, which is a new experience for me as a slightly less talented musician. I often stand in front of my microphone for hours at a time trying to nail single lines that I just can't quite get right. So she came in, did it all in about 15 minutes and then got back on with her day.
I see no end in sight. I just want to close my eyes. Head spinning, overthinking, trying to figure out what I can control. Change the focus, bigger picture. Let events play out, then let them go.
So yeah, the start of the song, very sparse, not much going on. You've got the kind of the pads and the ride just kind of gently keeping rhythm with the vocals, kind of leading it. Bass is very kind of single note, long drawn out, so not a whole load of energy coming from that, but the whole focus of this song was I wanted it to kind of build and grow towards the climax at the end.
Gaming consequences, history on repeat.
So again, second verse, still quite sparse, but wanted to kind of start that building process here. So brought in, these big kind of 80s sounding drums, 80s sounding toms. So it's that kind of Phil Collins sound. Pretty cool, I like them.
Lost on the path not taken, destined for constant defeat. Head spinning, overthinking,
on the chorus, just kind of starting to increase the warmth there. Just
Head spinning, overthinking, trying to figure.
just again kind of adding to that, just adding little bits of sort of layering at a time as the song grows throughout.
Head spinning, overthinking, trying to figure out what I can control. Change the focus, bigger picture. Let events play out, then let them go. Sense instead of measures. Feel, don't analyze.
So you can hear that kind of again brings quite a lot more activity into the song at that point. The third verse, you've got the drums obviously properly kick in, very much still kind of a half-time beat. The bass again goes kind of much more driven with the you know, the dun 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 dun. You know, and the rest of it kind of carries on. You also get a electric guitar come in at that point. So it's not doing much, but it's just there in the background, adding a layer. Just loads of delay on it. Just adds a little bit.
Reconcile with circumstances. Got to roll with the punches. Learn to let them go.
Gotta have a guitar solo. Yeah, not much more to say about that. These chords here, it's actually the first time they happen in the whole song, so it's basically reserved for the guitar solo, but it goes like boom 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 boom, and obviously just that kind of climbing the scale towards the big drop for the final chorus. It's just that kind of, it's kind of a classic musical technique to grow towards, you know, a big moment in a song. I'm not too proud to just steal techniques off other people, so I did.
Head spinning, overthinking, trying to figure out what I can control.
And that's obviously the big drop, really, like everything kicks in after that guitar solo with the vocals coming back in big, and obviously you've got that the guitar sound there with a lot more kind of going on, the higher notes, so they kick in. It's not like amazingly complicated, but it's just, you know, it's that kind of steady kind of rhythm to it that gives it the increased energy, that sense that something more's going on. It's my favourite part of the entire song. Is that kind of big drop. One of the things I really love about it is the kind of the main kind of synth chords. In previous choruses, you've got so that's kind of the main synth part. It's just sort of one chord on one hand, and where it kicks in right at the end, what I did was I kind of added an octave to it. So you've got the higher notes. It's kind of subtle, but I just felt it gave that drop into the last chorus a lot more warmth, and I really loved it. So yeah, let's go for it. It's a little bit of a homage from me to one of my favourite rock bands, actually, Jimmy Eat World. The guitar with those vocals just sounds very kind of early noughties emo, sort of emo rock, and I like it. So I just kind of went with it. Gives it that big kind of, outro. And brings the song to an end quite nicely, I think. So there you have it. I hope that's been enlightening, and yeah, make sure you follow me Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Daniel Hugh Music, and thanks for listening.